today I wanted to do a skin foundation tutorial, and if you look at my skin now, can you see any blemishes? But wait until you see my other introduction, then you'll understand why I'm here making this video, and hopefully this video can help all of you out. And as always, hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys soon. Hello! Today I wanted to do a video on something that I've been contemplating on doing for a long time. I want to show you guys my skin up close. I have a lot of redness and blemishes, scarring from just pimples that have popped or stuff on my face that shouldn't be there. I know it's really difficult to conceal these suckers, and especially if you've got a lot going on up here, it could really affect your self-esteem and just the way you view yourself. And a lot of people don't even want to go out just because they have blemishes on their skin, and I have to admit it really does affect you as a person. And over the past year or so, I've been struggling with a lot of acne outbreaks, and I just really do hope at times that when I do get these things, there can be solutions where it'll put a stop to it. But oftentimes it's not something that you can control. Your hormones can play a big role on this, and your diet, and etc. But a lot of times when things like this happen, you just have to really figure out a way to get by and still feel good about yourself. And this is what I'm going to teach you guys today, how I do my foundation so that these redness and craziness up here doesn't look so bad. So the first thing I do is to give my skin a smooth finish, and I do that by using a primer. This is Revlon's Beyond Natural Smoothing Primer, and I'm just going to use a pea-sized amount, very little, and spread that all over the areas where you have pore problems or smoothness issues. So anywhere that you might have bumps or big pores, dry skin, stuff like that, just smooth it all over. And you can see I have quite a bit of redness and spots going on, a lot of scarring. This will just give me a smoother complexion. And the second thing is you want to use a medium to full coverage foundation, and I use Revlon's Color Stay, and this is in 200 Nude, and this has SPF 6. I usually apply a SPF 70 sunscreen all over, but that is away in my bathroom and I don't want to go walk over there and get it, so just remember to always put on a sunscreen before everything. Yeah, so you would moisturize first and then put on a sunscreen to give yourself adequate sun protection, because you don't want the UV rays to affect your scars and all that goodness up there. So yeah, I'm just gonna use about a dime size, and the key to this is to use a very dense brush that has very compacted bristles. That way it'll spread the product on your face more evenly and give you a more flawless finish. So what I do is I just kind of stipple this all over my face using a dotting motion, and you can already see that this is covering my blemishes very well. And you want to do this fairly quickly since this foundation does set fairly quickly on its own. So just dot that all over the face. And you can already see that the redness and the scarring over here is a lot less visible. Forehead. And of course you can still see that right there, so I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that and just stipple that onto the spots where I have a little bit more trouble concealing. I have a lot of scarring issue in the T-zone area, so I'm just gonna use my fingers to pat that in. Okay. And you can still see the redness and scarring a little bit over here. So what I do is I take a powder and I use a powder foundation that has light to medium coverage. Right here I'm using e.l.f.'s clarifying pressed powder, and this actually has been doing really well for me. It's a little bit thicker than, or should I say, it's not as finely milled as some of the other better powders out there, but this has salicylic acid in it and it's supposed to help with acne, and I actually find the coverage of this to be quite good, so I've been enjoying this quite a bit. I used a different flat top brush, and for this you also want something that's a little bit dense so it'll give you more coverage, and just press that over the parts where you still have redness shining through. And you can use your fingers to just give it a little bit of more coverage. Over here as well. So I just pat that over the parts where I still have a lot of redness, and this kind of just covers everything really well for me. And you don't see any redness anymore. And the last step is I just kind of dab this and give the entire face a light sweep. And that's my foundation routine. I know it's very simple and it didn't take a lot, but the key is really to have a more dense brush and a medium to heavy coverage foundation. I didn't even use a concealer for this because I really didn't need one. For something that has a heavy coverage like Revlon Color Stay, you can actually use a dabbing motion and just use this in layers to have that concealer effect but not have it too cakey, which I really like. I'd rather have something that looks more natural than cakey, right? And lately I've been really liking orange blushes, so I'll be using a orangey corally shade as blush, and I just sweep upwards from the apples to the temples. And that's it. That's my foundation routine. Hopefully it helps you guys on product choosing and hiding those suckers so your skin looks fresh and ready to go. This method works really well for me, but it might not necessarily work well for you, but please do give it a try and let me know if it helps in any way. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.